Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on where you are watching us from. I'm Azuka OJ. EFCC watch list. Obiano confirms plans to relocate to US after his tenure. Anambra State Governor Willie Obiano has reacted following reports that he was placed on a watch list of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. In a statement by the Commissioner for Information and Public Enlightenment, Imahonyagawu Sidon Adenoba, and said he would be relocating out of the country. He's not hiding it at all. He's not hiding it that he's relocating out of the country. According to Sidon Adenoba, the governor's plan to leave Nigeria has been made public as far back as Wednesday, March 4th, 2020. It's getting to a year. Amidst report of being placed on a watch list by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Governor Willie Obiano has replied the anti-graft agency. He said, after his tenure, he will be relocating to his base in the United States. Does he need to take permission to relocate after the end of his tenure? He doesn't need permission. He's relocating to the United States. Like you already know, we said, Obiano has 4 months left in office, and he's built to hand over power to Professor Chukwuma Soludo, who is now the governor-elect. He's going to hand over on March 17, 2022, and according to Sidon Adenoba, Obiano's made it already public that he's going to relocate to his U.S. base. He's not hiding it. Adenoba, in a reaction to EFCC's list, accused the commission of acting a script, adding that it went too far, publicly announcing an investigation. Why? The commissioner went on to note that the directive of the EFCC was not just a new law, but everything was wrong with the statement he described as politically motivated. That is what we said yesterday, that it's APC way of hitting back after losing election. Governor Obiano on EFCC watch list, 4 months to leave in office. Recall that Obiano had been reportedly placed on the watch list in our earlier broadcast. That was yesterday by the EFCC. It was gathered that the EFCC had written to the NISCG to keep the agency informed whenever Obiano attempts traveling out of the country. And further reacting to the news of the governor's travel itinerary, Adenoba said Governor Obiano is even out of Nigeria at the moment as we speak. He's not even inside the country. He said the governor also left the country to one of Nigeria's international airports, and he did not disguise himself like this former governor of Bayelsa State, who had to dress like a woman and sneak out. He did not disguise himself. So like we said, it's like a witch hunt. EFCC did not also behave like a matured body. Perhaps the small boy leadership is really having impact on the organization. You know, a small boy was appointed to lead EFCC. Are they really supposed to announce it that way? What they did? It's an insult somehow. And there is nothing wrong with Obiano relocating overseas after his tenure in office. According to Don Adenoba, he has never hidden his resolve to return to US. You know, he used to be in US. He has spent some time there. Meanwhile, the anti-graft body should do their work of punishing financial crimes. And if anyone is actually found guilty, they should do their work. Anyone found guilty should face the music. Now, still on something that has to do with Anambra governorship election, the last one, Anambra Guba poll free. Buhari is saying the election was free and fair, and he's saying INEC. Muhammad Buhari has described the recently concluded Anambra State governorship election as free and fair, praising the role of the Independent National Electoral Commission, the INEC. Buhari is hailing them, and he also praising the security agencies in making it possible. He said the manner of the conduct of the November 6, 2021 Anambra governorship election is an indication of the administration commitment to promoting democracy and guaranteeing the success of 2023 elections. Buhari, however, charged the security agencies to do more to tackle the insecurity confronting the country. And according to Arebo Sora, who spoke on Buhari's behalf, he said the president was particularly happy with the fact that a free and fair election was made possible by INEC and our security agencies. And that is a good assurance to all Nigerians that we are committed to promoting democracy. Buhari promote democracy. That is in respect, based on what they did in Anambra, allowing a free and fair. Obiano not have to go and beg Buhari, please, Buhari, don't interfere with this one. He said, according to Arebo Shala, I said, with that, there is no doubt as to the commitment of our administration to promoting democracy and ensuring that 2023 is not in any way threatened. So, according to Buhari, Anambra Goba poll is free and fair. The only thing Buhari's affirmation confirms to me is that APC will not go to court to contest the recent Anambra Goba election, which they lost. It's just a few days for the window to end, close, and they are not gone yet. So Buhari has decided not to interfere like he did in Imo State, because they have been interfering. Everyone has accepted that Anambra people have spoken, and Soludo is their choice for now. Meanwhile, Buhari should not just commend his administration for not meddling with the polls. He should do well to allow every other election in the country to be free and fair. Not like what they did in Ekiti. When they miss you at the polling booth, they use the Supreme Courts. It's like Buhari has repented. I hope he will repent up to 2023. Court declares bandits as terrorists, proscribes 2 northern groups. Is it just only 2? There are many. Only 2 you saw. Or maybe these 2, are they not cooperating? Anyway, let's look at the news. The Federal High Court in Abuja outlawed the activities of some groups linked to banditry and declared their activities as acts of terrorism. In a ruling yesterday, the Abuja court specifically declared the activities of the Yambindiga, is it Yan Ewe group, and the Yantada group, and other similar groups in any part of the country, especially in the northwest and north central geopolitical zone, as act of terrorism and illegality. That means they are terrorists. I watched the program, somebody was saying, what of the Mieti Allah? Because they are the most troublesome in the country as we speak. Everybody has felt their pain. So, the court equally proscribed the Yambindiga group and the Yantada group, as well as other similar groups in a part of Nigeria, especially in the northeast, like we said. They say either in groups or as individual, by whatever names they are called. The court restrained any person or group of persons from participating in any manner whatsoever in any form of activities involving or concerning the persecution of the collective intention or otherwise of the Yambindiga group and the Yantada group under any other name or any platform, however called or described. It's not just proscribing them, catch them. Catch them. Even before you proscribe them, once the activities is going against the norms, you should catch them. And the court also ordered the federal government to publish the prosecution order. Hey, are you waiting for receipts? In an official gazette and 2 national dailies. Justice Taiwo gave the orders in a ruling after listening to Aminu Kayode Aliyu from the Federal Ministry of Justice, who argued the motion as parte filed by the federal government to that effect. Justice Taiwo said he was convinced that such orders were necessary in view of the nefarious activities of bandits and their effects on the people and the nation's economy. And the judge also proscribed all other groups in the country, irrespective of their names. Hey, now you come, but whose activities and objectives are similar to those of Yambindiga group and the Yantada group, including the Fulani headsmen. There's the killer Fulani, there's the killer Fulani headsmen. They should be proscribed because these activities are similar. According to this Justice Taiwo, he listed terror activities to include, but not limited to, banditry. He said kidnappings for ransom, kidnappings for marriage, mass abductions of school children and other citizens. Not just mass, any form of abduction, cattle rustling, enslavement, imprisonment, severe deprivation of physical liberty, torture, rape, sexual slavery, enforced prostitution, forced pregnancy, other forms of sexual violence, attacks, and killings in the communities, and commuters and wanton destruction of lives and properties in Nigeria. So I want to agree with this, that all of the bandits are proscribed. They are proscribed. All of them are outlawed. Banditry of any kind, any activities related to that should not be allowed, whether they have a name or not. You know, the Nigerian government, through Lai Mohammed, I think it should be meant to tell us why bandits are not to be regarded as terrorists in his earlier broadcast. Yeah, I wonder why bandits cannot be treated like Boko Haram. They do the same destruction. Even though you could say their motives are different, they do the same destruction. You know, I've been listening to the minister's remark on the bandits, and I'm like, is he benefiting from their oppressions in the way he chose to defend them, failing to compare them to Boko Haram because their activities are more dangerous. Forget what they might not choose to succeed, but they're dangerous. You know, the last even said that the bandits are like touts and area boys which extort money from people. You know, this attitude of the minister makes banditry looks like a lesser crime. And that is not welcome, at all. Meanwhile, all of what these people do amounts to terrorism, and they should get harsher treatment as would be meted to terrorists. Anyway, I want to say thanks to the courts who chose to call a spade, not trying to explain their actions away like Lai Mohammed has been doing. You know, lots of horrible people forms part of this Buhari government, and Buhari is still keeping them. On a normal day, with what has happened with the NSAS, and you know, we had a particular minister is connected, he's a terrorist, and these people are still in his government. Anyway, I will leave viewers to add their comment. Tell us what you think about the stories we share. I'm Azuka OJ. Bye for now.